our life, powering up our career, powering up our health, our finances, and powering up our business. So we're going to kick off today with Jackie Castro-Cooper, who's here with us, and she is a physical therapist who is a holistic and alternative physical therapist, one of the first in the nation. And so she's also the owner of Gulf Coast Myofascial Relief, and she is going to be talking to us today about powering up your health. So welcome to the floor, Jackie. Come on.
Woohoo! Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you all. As Kern said, my name is Jackie Castro-Cooper. I am a holistic alternative physical therapist, one of the very first in the country. And all that means is that we look at the broader picture, right, in your life personally. What is it that's going on with you personally? Any past traumatic events that you might have. I actually wrote a book because for the past 10 years, I've been focusing on trying to share the power of self-care and self-love. And I want to share a story because when I came here Thursday to meet all of you beautiful authors for this amazing book, Trailblazers Who Lead, I was speaking to some of you, and you really all touched my heart because I remember this story when the very first day of physical therapy school, and it was a meet and greet, so there were families and there were students, but I happened to be 38 years old. And I was here at this meet and greet, and I met this woman, and she said, "Oh my gosh, who is your son or daughter?" And I looked at her, and for that moment, everything that I wrote in this book about how I wasn't good enough to be a physical therapist, I'm not good enough to be a wife, I'm not good enough to be a mother, and so on, literally was triggered, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough to even be in this room. She's so right. I'm too old. I have 3 children. I'm a minority, so on. And I was just like really triggered and very, very upset. But then something inside of me, something that was caring and something that was loving, really touched my heart. And I said to myself, I am worthy to be in this room with all these new students. I am a student. I'm here to learn. It doesn't matter how old I am. It doesn't matter what's going on in my life. I'm done with all that. I'm going to stop that right now, and that's what I want to share with you, because when I met a lot of you on Thursday and you were telling me your stories and I was reading the book, I realized that all of you are evolving, right? And that's why I wrote this book, is because you're all moving forward. You're all really honoring yourselves. You're starting to create a world that has never existed because you are honoring yourself. And that is so incredibly powerful to me. So in the next breath, I looked up at this woman, and with all the love in my heart, I said, yes, I'm one of the students. Who is your son or daughter? I would love to meet him or her. And that was the hardest thing for me to do, because I could have just said, oh, well, I'm one of the students, and I could have walked away. I could have been injured. I could have taken it personally, and I didn't. And that's what I wanted to say to you tonight. This Power Up Summit is more than what I had expected. It was really a very giving, powerful time, and it's still going to continue tomorrow. But you are all what this summit is about. It's not about us speakers. It's about every single one of you having the courage to look at fear right in the face. Dr. Yolanda Jerry, she said, feel the fear and do it anyway. Dawn Leek said the same thing, do it scared. And I love that, because that's how I've tried to live my life, is just feel the fear, do it anyway. And my favorite acronym for fear is the false evidence appearing real. I love that, false evidence appearing real. So many people touched that today. So I wanted to share something with you right away, and that is, I'd like to do a little bit of a technique, a visualization technique that I'd love for all of you to do right now. So if you don't mind, just stand up, and I'm going to ask you to take a couple of very slow, deep breaths, and just kind of feel the earth under your feet. So we call this grounding. You could do this with your shoes off, outdoors. It's really very powerful. But right now, just close your eyes, and I just want you to feel the earth just holding your body, right? In yoga, they call this mountain pose. It's very, very powerful. And I want you to feel your whole body just being held up from the ground up, and really feel that energy coming up from your feet as you take another deep breath. And then I'd like you to exhale. And then feel that power just rising up to the knees now with another slow, deep breath. And exhale. And then let that power come into the lower pelvic region. Inhale. And exhale. Then I'd like you to put your hands right here. This is the diaphragm region. And I'd like you to really breathe into it. This is the anxiety region, right? The fear area. Inhale. And exhale. And then continue on to the chest, placing your hands here on the heart. Inhaling. And right at this moment, I'd like you not to just feel power. I want you to feel all the love that exists in this universe coming specifically right into your heart. And that love and that sensation of power mixed together means that you're now finally caring for yourself. You are now honoring. This summit has brought you to another level. And honoring this beautiful care and love that you have for yourself right now at this moment will encourage you to do it scared. Do it scared. Be afraid. You see us speakers here? We're afraid here too. We've been afraid all this time. But we are still going to do it. And we want you all to continue doing it. All of you are so incredibly creative and loving and powerful. It's beyond words. And so keep going. I really want to honor you to keep going. So what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to just rest your hands down at your sides, still with your eyes closed. And I want you to understand that this power is now going into the mind. And the mind, I talked about earlier, is your thoughts. Allow yourself to say those words. I can do this. I don't need any more education. I don't need another certification. Yeah, those are really nice. But who you are right now in this moment, you have to affirm that. I can do this. So if you can, just say it very loud for me right now. If you can, join me. I can do this. That just sent energy to the entire universe. And I am a believer in God. And if some of you don't, we can call it inner light, inner wisdom, love. Just connect with that, because that is your driving force. That is what's going to keep you going. That's what's going to create your YouTube video. That's what's going to create your book you're going to write. That's the beautiful makeup and jewelry that you are creating and selling here. Keep going. We need more people like you. And we need you to also understand that you are not alone. So that's another beauty about the Power Up Summit and the Success Women's Conference and Current Journey and all these beautiful women who have volunteered to put this weekend together. You are not alone. We are here to support each other. So that's the most important thing. So just to finish off, I do have a monthly newsletter that I do. So you can subscribe on my website for my monthly newsletter, which I do a self-treatment video for you every month. I've been doing that since 2017. And by the way, someone said, I had a friend of mine who stopped blogging. You know, who cares if nobody reads my blog, or I also have a blog. Who cares if nobody subscribes? Just keep doing it. Don't wait for somebody to say, oh, yeah, I liked it or didn't like it. No, it's about you enjoying what you're doing. This is why it's called a passion. Don't worry about someone saying, yeah, it was good or it wasn't bad or not enough subscribers. I do also want to say that I am going to be doing an online healing video course, and it should be coming out at the end of the summer, so I'll give you more information on that. But thank you so much. Keep going, guys. We love you.